For 10 years, one phrase has been weaponized to kill credibility: Godi media. A psychological label designed to make you distrust anything that doesn't fit one ideology. But what about the other side? The ones who claim to be independent, factual, unbiased? Meet the mirror image: Gandhi media. They don't serve power, they serve narrative. Just hours ago, The Wire published a piece about two Kashmiri doctors linked to the Delhi terror attack. It looked like a human interest story, grieving families, emotional quotes. But here's the problem. By the time that article went live, Delhi police had already confirmed through DNA analysis that Dr. Umar Nabi was the driver of the I-20 that exploded near Red Fort. Forensic teams matched samples from the blast site with his mother's DNA. Multiple outlets, from India Today to ANI, had reported it 10 hours earlier. Yet The Wire still called these facts unconfirmed. Not once, but 5 times. Even after the family had identified his photograph. Then came the emotional whitewashing. A hardworking, religious young doctor from a dilapidated house. A genius who could diagnose patients by looking at them. Except India Today's investigation revealed he was fired for medical negligence. A patient died under his watch and he repeatedly abandoned duty. So, which version is true? The grieving prodigy or the negligent doctor turned terrorist? Truth or narrative? Here's where Gandhi media's playbook begins. When facts are inconvenient, they don't deny, they blur. They create doubt. And when doubt is repeated enough, it becomes belief. It's called the illusory truth effect. The more your brain hears something, the truer it feels even when evidence says otherwise. This is social psychology. It's not journalism, but it's definitely propaganda science. Ask yourself, why rush to humanize a confirmed terrorist? Why call DNA evidence unconfirmed? Because their narrative needs you to believe that the real problem isn't the ideology that radicalizes men. It's you, your nation, your government. They flip the script. The bomber becomes the victim, the system is the villain. It's psychological warfare, making political Islam appear digestible, wrapped in empathy and victimhood. Because if society unites and identifies the real threat, they lose control of the narrative. So this isn't about Godi media versus Gandhi media. It's about truth versus manipulation. They don't fight with guns, they fight with perception. And by the time the truth catches up, the lie has already infected 1 million minds. So don't just read headlines, interrogate them. Because propaganda doesn't need you to believe lies. It only needs you to doubt the truth once, and it wins.